Hello? Did I fix it? Oh, are we good? I got it. Yay. Okay, we have sound. Let me turn this down just a little bit. Sorry about that, you guys. Okay. So those of you who've been following my channel, um, you guys know that I have been covering Tripp Brazeale's case, working hand in hand with Tripp's family, Jennifer and them, trying to help them get justice for their son Tripp. Um, and by justice, I mean answers or just anything productive involving his case out of the St. Francis County Sheriff's Department. Recently, we did the live where Trey Bynum uh, was fired from his job, um, where Trey Bynum was uh, removed from his position in Marion for not being forthcoming about his criminal records. But something happened since then, and apparently the Greene County Sheriff's, not the Greene County, the St. Francis County Sheriff's Department. I'm having a brain patootie. You guys, I've had a lot going on. My sister passed away this week, and my mom's not taking it too good. My family's just having it rough. So forgive me if I'm a little off kilter from my normal self. Got a lot going on. Um, hey, Connie, it's good to see you. This is involving the Tripp Brazil case, and I'm gonna play the interview that took place today, where St. Francis County, Bobby May, the sheriff of St. Francis County, has hired Trey Bannum back to St. Francis County Sheriff's Department. I kid you not. And this is gonna get a little wild, you guys. Okay, this is gonna get a little wild. So let's um let's get right into it. Okay,
Please identify yourself.
let me mute myself so y'all can hear it just a little better. It's gonna get a little louder, and it's gonna clear up some. So let me just mute myself and we're going to listen to this. And I'm going to interrupt periodically and fill you guys in on some stuff. So here we go.
I'm sorry. Okay. Thank you. Thank all of y'all. And we have our local media here. Would y'all introduce yourself, please? Tamara Johnson with the Times Herald. Thank you. Okay. Well, we're all ready. Well, let me first of all thank each and every one of you for being here. And I wanted uh, this news conference to be public because I didn't want anything or anybody saying something down the road that is not transparent. I've read that and heard that till I'm sick. So we're going to be very, very transparent today. Some people aren't going to like what I have to say, but I'm going to say it because it's the truth, and that's what we're here for, the truth. And I want that to be clearly understood. Now, standing next to me
He wants it to
is
be
President
clearly
Cox,
understood. So pay attention because
Trey Bond.
he is going to deliver the truth to us. This press conference. He wants us to be completely informed of what's going on, you guys. He wants to be transparent. I mean, they're being as transparent as possible. Keep that in mind as this circus. Press conference continues.
This news conference is about Trayvon, a good guy, a decent, good man who has been persecuted beyond persecution by liars, by people who are lying about him. I'm sorry? Oh, you can't hear? I'm speaking. Can you hear me now? Okay. Well, I speak softly. I'm not a shouter, but I'll do my best to get back there to you because I want everyone to hear. Uh, and I'll do, how about in the back? Can y'all hear me? So, what we're going to do, we're going to start back in November of 2024. We got a call, it was around midnight, I guess, that there were a couple of juveniles missing, and deputies were sent out to look for these juveniles. In the process of looking for these juveniles, David Kinney, one of my deputies, ran across these young men on four wheelers on the state highway. Well, it's unlawful to be on the state highway in broad daylight, not to mention in the middle of the night. So he stopped them to get them off the highway, not to write them a ticket, just get them someplace safe where they wouldn't get run over or they run over somebody. In that process, Trey Bynum pulled up. Step you right back here. When he pulled up, one of the young men by the name of Tripp Brazeale ran on the four wheeler. Trey got behind him. Some people have asked, well, why do you chase a four wheeler? Why do we chase anything? We don't know why they're running. For all we know, that he could have had 20 pounds of cocaine.
I'm sorry, where? where? Where could he have possibly had 20 pounds of cocaine? Alrighty then. That's a little extreme. Um wow. You know he didn't have they knew he didn't have 20 pounds of cocaine. That is, oh my goodness. That is so far fetched and so utterly ridiculous. Like what? 20 pounds of could have had 20 pounds of cocaine. Yeah, or he could have just been a teenage boy riding a four wheeler that was scared of the person chasing him. Could have been, you know. Uh, could have been your mom riding a four wheeler and they were chasing her. Could she have had 20 pounds of cocaine? Seriously, 20. Oh my, it's just, it gets better, you guys. It gets better. Let's continue. I'm just wow.
We don't know, and I'm exaggerating, of course. But in any event, he stopped. Trey Tripp stopped, jumped off the four wheeler, ran into the woods. Now, the people who are telling these blasphemous lies said or saying that Trey Bynum got out of his car, chased him down, found some kind of rope or something, hung the boy. Now, how ridiculous and absurd can you get? And when I first heard these comments, my thoughts were nobody's going to believe that. Nobody will believe anything so ridiculous. And boy, was I wrong. Apparently, there's a lot of idiots out there who believe crap like that. And there's people who tell it lies. They know they're telling us lies. I'm sorry. I'm going to read to y'all a text.
Do keep in mind that this is in the name of transparency. That's why they're having this press conference. It's in the name of transparency, you guys. Keep that in mind as they continue, please. Um, and pay attention to the timeline. Pay attention to the timeline. Um, At 1:41, Officer Bynum's camera was off. Just yeah, pay attention. Pay attention.
that Tripp sent to his dad while he was out in the woods. I have copies here for you. This was taken from his phone. Look, I love y'all so much, and I'm so sorry to do this to y'all. I love you, Dad and Macy, more than anything. I guess it took me till now to realize that all my stuff goes to Gage. I love y'all so much. Y'all have been great parents to me. I guess I'm just a bad word, fuck up. And I couldn't change that. I wish I could have. I'm sorry. None of this is y'all's fault, only mine. I love y'all. I'm sorry. I should have stopped, but I'm a dumbass. I love y'all so much. My phone is about to die, so I got to go. I hope this makes it to y'all. I never wanted to end this way, but I guess it has to. I love y'all. I'm sorry.
Why did he say Bradshaw? He saw Bradshaw.
I have to pause it right there for just a moment because I have to point something out to you guys, okay? If this was a suicide note written by Tripp Brazeale, it was well before he had a means to commit suicide. And his phone battery died allegedly right after this. Um, his phone went silent not long after this. But keep in mind that if this is in fact a suicide note, if that's what this is, then he had to have written it before he even had a way to commit it. That's the problem. That's the problem. One of the problems. But there's more. You'll see more. Um and in the reasoning and the explanations they give, I'm fixing to debunk them completely. It's laughable to say the least. The attempt they're making towards the Brazil family. It's I digress. I'll continue. Let's continue.
Bradshaw car he walked and turned himself in. Why did Bynum have rubber gloves on at 1:47 and that text come in at 1:45?
Or why does Bynum's wife say, Trey is my husband, and Trey stopped him on the four-wheeler at 1:15 that morning and asked him to stop driving stupid, that he was going to get hurt, for him to be careful. He jumped off the four-wheeler and started running. So I'm not sure where the 145 came from, honestly, but Trey has been looking for him nonstop. His boots and phone were found. But before he took off running, he looked at Trey and said, I can't get in trouble. Trey told him he wasn't in trouble and took off running, but the whole time he was looking around, my husband thinks he was in trouble. In the body cam footage, it shows no conversation between them two. So he fabricated a lie to his wife.
Another thing, when was y'all's pursuit policy put in pursuit? When was it put in policy? What year?
What are you
Y'all
talking
know
about?
1998 under Sheriff Department. These guys have no idea, none of them knows anything about pursuit policy because you're not giving them a policy procedure manual.
Did Bonnie know that he was chasing a 15-year-old child?
Yes, he knew.
This little dude over here knew it because it's on video. A 15-year-old kid, like a dog, like a dog.
Well, there's four-wheelers and side-by-sides running up Highway 334 all hours of the day and night, and nobody ever stops them. I called and asked for an officer back in the winter, and then found out that he reported he talked to the homeowner. I never seen an officer. I called, you weren't in your office. JR took it, but I never even got a call from the officer supposed to wrote the report. That's no way to run a sheriff's office.
There's a lot of unanswered questions, Bobby, a
Yeah.
lot.
If
Gotta
they're
know.
saying they talked to the homeowner and they didn't, how many times are they doing that in a day? And not carrying out the call?
And where is that 49 minutes unaccounted
Yes.
for?
Yes. Why was the body cam turned on?
And why did Preston
For
Cox
what
say,
reason?
I can't say anything further without getting Biden in trouble?
That's why they're standing up here.
Pay attention to what she just asked. Preston Cox is fixing to answer this question that was just asked. Why did he say that he couldn't do nothing else without getting Officer Biden in trouble? He's going to answer the question. Then I'm going to show you proof that what he's saying is an absolute lie. It's mind blowing. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Let me just.
Almost 2 years later, they want to talk?
Here's my question. How can you go 1.75 miles through Crow Creek and not have a
Barefoot.
scratch, barefooted, not have a scratch on the bottom of your feet?
Yes.
Answer that.
Well,
Did he leviate and fly to that tree?
A paragraph.
Yeah.
Even climbing a tree, you have some kind of mark.
Before he went in some
You know,
hospital.
it's amazing to me, and I'm listening to you all.
There's a lot of
The reason Gil brought this up about Crow Creek is because Crow Creek has, if you know what an ash, black ash is, or a locust tree, not black ash, black locust tree. If you know what a locust is or a black locust, then you know that they run all through the area, okay, literally up and down, and so do blackberry bushes. They tear you up. Like I have had to pick black locust thorns out of my feet. They're over 2 inches long, these thorns are, and they are scattered all along that creek, all along that. There's no way. Look, especially in the dark. There's broken glass, broken bottle. I mean, it's just barely navigatable to begin with. But to think that someone walked through that area with no shoes on in the pitch black and their feet weren't cut up all to tarnation. I don't know. I don't know. So, um, yeah, that's a very, very reasonable question. Why were the bottom of his feet not injured? You know? Okay. All right. Back to it.
unanswered questions.
Well, and it's amazing to me, I'm listening to you all, and none of y'all have a minute's investigative.
We can't hear you.
We don't think you do either. That's the problem.
And
Okay.
if we can speak up,
None of us have an investigative what? What? Certificate investigating? Do you, Bobby May? I mean, I know you went to police academy, but isn't that more about officer safety and serving, your service, your certifications and stuff like that, handling your weapon, you know, basic legalities of being what did you do? What did you do to investigate stuff? How did you learn how to investigate? Are you saying that just because they don't have a license to investigate something, everyone's idiots and stupid? Oh, wait, you already said basically that, didn't you? That we were all idiots. Hmm. And this is your own community saying they have no faith in you investigating anything. How embarrassing. Wow. Mm-mm-mm.
you should.
Well, I am trying to speak up.
But you're on a microphone and we're not, and we're still louder.
The microphone's not on or something. They knew that
These
they was chasing.
microphones are hooked up
They
to the
had this
cameras.
conversation. That's our questions. Can you answer them?
I certainly can answer every question that you have.
I've not heard her answer yet.
because you don't want to hear the truth. That's the
We don't want
problem.
to give our truth.
Where
No.
is
We're here for the
49
truth.
minutes? 49 minutes that body cam was turned on,
I'm getting ready to answer that question for you.
okay?
We,
And we
but
have others.
listen to me. Body cameras eat up batteries.
No, they last 12 hours.
Wait a minute. They eat up batteries. So we have a policy when deputies are not intertwined or intermingling
They
with
last 12
other
hours,
people,
folks.
they are
They
to
last
cut
12
their
hours.
body cameras
He was
off
on an
and
active
save the
scene.
batteries.
He was on an active scene. His body camera was
That
supposed to be
49
on.
minutes would have answered every question. that
No,
we
no,
all
no,
have.
no, no.
Yes.
Bingo. He was on an active scene where he had just chased someone, a police pursuit. Okay. And he just willy nilly turns his body cam off after Preston's like, hey, is your body cam still on? Yeah. Oh, wait. But Preston Cox, he's not supposed to. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut because I don't want to spoil it for you guys yet. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut because I don't want to spoil it for you. But whew, it gets deep, you guys. Let's continue.
Um,
Do you have your policies available on the body cams and when they are and are not supposed to have them on? Do you have that handy, sir?
I don't have it handy, no, but I'm telling you, that's a policy. And it's been a policy ever since we had body cameras.
Even when a child is missing, you turn it off.
There was no need for him to be sitting there on the side of the road with that four-wheeler with his body cam on. He was waiting for a backup.
Can you tell me your
But Tripp
policy
is
on
still
ride-alongs and the paperwork for that?
Ride-alongs are welcome. Okay, I tell you what we're going to do. I'd like to finish my press conference, and then y'all can ask all the questions you want to ask.
Okay.
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Ride-alongs are welcome. I highly encourage. Matter of fact, I'm not gonna say I encourage it because I don't want anybody to take it as harassment, but that's something I might even look into doing, seeing if I can't go, be a ride along with the St. Francis County Sheriff's Department. Do y'all think it'd work out well for me? I'm not buddies with any of them, and I'm covering cases that they don't want covered. Y'all think that'd work out real good for me being a ride along? Do a ride along live with the St. Francis County Sheriff's Office? Sounds interesting, don't it? They encourage ride alongs. Remember that.
All right. Thank you very, very much. Now, I have with me Trey Bynum, and I have with me Preston Cox. Preston was with Trey the whole time. It's part of and we've got it.
The whole
This is
time,
the
you
concealed
guys.
Arkansas State Police file. We've got statements in here, and we also have audio. We have audio. Preston was with Trey the whole time. Trey and Preston never got out of the car when Tripp jumped over the fence and went into the woods. How am I a liar? What I'm saying is they did not.
He just said they never left their car. They never left the car. Huh? Hold on hold on a second. Wait a minute. They never left their car? Okay, Bobby May. Oh, okay. Okay, but you're not a liar. All right, let's hear from Preston and then we'll show some footage, you guys.
Not get into the woods. That's what I'm saying. Well, they got out of the vehicle, yeah, but what I'm saying is they did not go into the woods. Now,
Oh, Oh, they
It
did.
doesn't
They did get out of the vehicle.
matter.
He's
The
not
child was on a
okay.
state
Okay.
highway, ladies and gentlemen.
I'll tell you what, you give people breaks that you want to. Okay, this was a 15-year-old child.
Oh.
This could have went so different.
What
He
about the
knew-
phone call he
knew
made
it
to
was
his
Jennifer
parents?
Hill's son.
Miss
This, this boy, the Cox boy, he
It
knew.
didn't happen.
It could have went so different, Bobby. It didn't have to be like this.
You know what? I wish it had gone different. I regret the young boy killed himself.
He didn't kill himself. He did not kill himself.
Oh, Lord, Jesus. Look, y'all, I came here to tell the truth and to bring it to light exactly what is going on, what has happened. And I'm going to continue to do that. I'm going to continue to do that. Now I'm going to ask, Preston, would you come up here, if you don't mind? Preston is a fine young man. Would you, works out at White Motor Company, would you
A
tell me?
fine young man works at White Motor Company now, you guys. Fine young man. Pay attention.
Just start out with your story.
Just tell us what happened that night, that's all.
They were looking for two missing juveniles out on 313, if I remember the county road correctly. And we were out there, and Mr. David Kenny and Trey heard some four wheelers coming through, and they were being pretty loud. You know, you could probably tell they was riding just a little aggressive. And Mr. David Kenny told them, or said that he was going to go make contact with them and tell them to go home, that it was too late for them to be out riding around. And Mr. David Kenny went up there and made contact with them. Me and Trey come up, and we pulled up there next to him, and Tripp come through. And at first I thought he was going to stop, and then he threw his hands up and took back off. And that's when the pursuit began. We pursued him down 409, I think it's County Road. Whereas we was going down through there, we jumped an embankment. We both spun around, come back down. When we come down, I'm guessing whatever happened to his four-wheeler, he snapped the battery cable in the process, knew he couldn't get it started. So they ran and jumped over the fence and ran off in the woods.
Did he jump because y'all hit his four-wheeler, or did he jump because he was scared that y'all were gonna kill him? Why did he jump? Why did he run?
Look, I can't answer that correctly because I don't know.
Did he run because y'all had already hit him?
Oh my.
Approximately how fast were y'all traveling behind him? To your best guess, please.
70, 80 mile an hour, if I had to guess.
How much?
70 to 80 mile an hour, if I had to
70
guess.
to 80
And
miles an
I
hour?
could be completely wrong. I'm not sure.
And you knew who you was chasing, right?
How many
No,
four-wheelers
ma'am.
do you know that goes
I
that
never
fast?
knew him.
There's a video saying that you knew his brother.
I know his brother. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. But I didn't know who it was until after the fact. He ran in the woods, and one of his buddies called the sheriff's department and told.
Were you the one that wrote the text message?
Do what? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Alvin Merrill, what?
You knew his brother's name, his sibling's name.
I knew Gage, but I didn't know him like that. I just knew of Gage, but I did not know who he was until after the fact. He ran, and whoever it was called the sheriff's department and told us who he was.
Your best knowledge.
And exactly who was that called the sheriff's department and told you it was Tripp? Inquiring minds want to know. Just saying. We're curious over here.
Did you make contact with, like, did you guys actually hit the four-wheeler?
No, ma'am.
What did you mean when you spoke to Cody, that you told him that there wasn't nothing you could do or nothing you could say without getting Mr. Alvin, Trey, Merle, whatever his name, in trouble? What did you mean by that?
When I told him that if he would have played the whole thing and not just cut that section out, I told him there was nothing that I could have done. Like I couldn't have got out of the truck and chased him, or I couldn't have, done anything in like that situation to change the outcome of it.
Now,
Without
you
getting him in
some
trouble.
Without getting Mr. Bonham in trouble. Yes,
Why
ma'am.
would
I
that have
wasn't,
gotten him in trouble?
because I'm not allowed to get ride-alongs are not allowed to get out of the vehicle.
Dun dun dun. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for this? Not allowed to get out of the vehicle. Is that a fact? Is that a fact that ride-alongs are not allowed to get out of The vehicle? Hmm. Then what is this? What could this be, Mr. Preston Cox? Ready to do your interview and everything. What could this be?
You good? I'm kind of highly thinking about doing this shit now. I knew we was gonna go airborne though. I just
Go ahead. Did y'all get that to
Hold
Perry
on.
County and
Wait a minute.
You sure you're good? Huh? You sure you're good?
What is that?
I know, bro.
What is Preston Cox?
Yeah.
That's not you out of the vehicle, is it? At a crime scene? What? Ride-alongs aren't supposed to do that, right?
Yeah, I'm 10-4. I'm waiting on 608 to bring the trailer. I got the four-wheeler. Subject took off on foot. Wearing camouflage
But
hoodie and
wait,
blue
it
jeans.
gets better, folks. Oh. Okay, so here's where I have a problem. Okay, hold on. They don't know anything about this four-wheeler, and they're chasing Tripp simply because he ran from the police. That's in the police report. Hold on, it
Yes.
gets better, you guys. So why are they? Why? Hold on, we're gonna fast forward just a little bit here. We're gonna fast forward a little bit because this
And he got the
footage is
four
from my
wheeler. That's
interview
all
with
that
Jennifer.
matters. That's all he wanted.
Did he ever run the VIN on the four-wheeler? Because he thought it was stolen, right?
They later on.
Wait, pause it right there. What is that? Now, if he couldn't have done nothing else without getting Bynum in trouble, because ride-alongs aren't supposed to be outside of the patrol vehicle. Preston Cox, what is that? This is the footage that was released by the St. Francis County Sheriff's Office in Tripp's case. This is the body cam footage from the chase. Preston, is that you standing right there beside the four-wheeler at the scene of a crime outside of the patrol vehicle? Did you just lie, sir? Did you just lie to the good folks of St. Francis County? Was that a lie? I mean, survey says, or should I rather say, video says, that, sir, is a lie because you were obviously outside of the vehicle. So your excuse, your reasoning, sir, I have to question it just a little bit. Just a little bit. I think you're kind of full of malarkey there. Just a bit. Just a bit. Because that looks like you outside the vehicle. Oh, but wait. Not only are you outside of the vehicle, but let's watch what you do, Preston, to the four-wheeler.
I found a report last night where it was ran through the ACIC, and it says that nothing come up.
Was he using? You think he was using that as an actual excuse just to be chasing your son around?
I
He
believe
wasn't stolen, but he's got to have probable cause to tell his boss man. This is why I'm chasing this kid running 80 miles an hour.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, I would think that too.
Sorry about that, bub. Man, you good, dog. I promise you ain't bothering me.
Not Preston Cox touching the four-wheeler at a crime scene. Huh? What? Evidence. But he couldn't do anything to help Bynum, y'all, without getting Bynum in trouble because he wasn't allowed to get out of the vehicle. What? Am I the only one feels like I'm getting smoke blown up my bum? What? I mean, I just played that for y'all. He said he couldn't have done anything without getting Bynum in trouble because he couldn't get out of the vehicle. He's not allowed to get out of the vehicle because he's just a ride along. And yet here you see that's Preston Cox, the ride along, not only outside of the vehicle, but touching the four wheeler, folks. Part of the crime scene. Looky here. And look, him and Bonham both no gloves. Did you just see the back of that four wheeler? It looks like somebody rammed it from behind. Hold on a
Yes.
second. Let me grab the link for this for you guys. This is my original interview with Jennifer. You guys don't forget to go check that out. Also, if y'all didn't notice, early up in before the stream even started, I was posting links. This link right here, you guys, please go check it out. Oh my goodness. This is the Accountability Project on Facebook. Amazing journalism, independent journalist. That person is just like I am. That is Chelsea Blevins. And she is an amazing journalist. Also, if you guys haven't checked it out, this is the Crime Junkie podcast who has picked up Tripp's story. And this is the link to their new coverage of Tripp's story. It is absolutely amazing. You guys go check that out. You won't regret it. They did a fantastic job of covering the questions that are completely unanswered in Tripp's case. Those questions that we're fixing to get back to it, but that this press conference was supposed to answer. And as you can already see, I've completely debunked Preston Cox's reason for his statement that he just gave as to what did he mean by he couldn't have done anything without getting Bynum in trouble. Why did he say that? He said it was because he couldn't get out of the vehicle. Well, as you can clearly see, this is obviously him out of the vehicle, not only out of the vehicle, but handling the four wheeler without gloves, just like Officer Bynum. Okay, so let's continue here.
And I have the four wheeler at the shop, and we've not touched it. There's sway bars that are bent.
Yeah, that's what I think I just saw. Look at the sway bars in the back of it. Watch.
Yeah, obviously, y'all.
There's more. Hold on, you guys. Sorry. Him and Bynum are handling this four wheeler all over the place. Look at that. Look at him. He's all up in it. Right there. See him with his phone?
Well, I got the performance key.
Right here in the bottom right hand.
Which I never.
And this is from the body cam footage, you guys. But he couldn't have changed anything because he wasn't allowed to get out of the vehicle. You know what? I think we're at Burger King because they are trying to sell a whole bunch of Whoppers here. Let me tell you what. A whole bunch of Whoppers here. Lord have mercy. Right? He's out of that vehicle unless you're seeing things, right, Miss Connie? Exactly. Yeah, a liar. Busted. 100% busted. Woo! Busted. Mm-mm-mm. And you know what's sad? This is at the cost of a 15-year-old boy's life. And they are sitting here lying bold face. Bold face. But you know what? I got to give props to this community because we're going to finish watching the rest of this. Let me say something to the citizens of St. Francis County that were in that courthouse today that were not afraid to stand up for what's right. God bless y'all because I know how dangerous that is in St. Francis County. I've been warned. I've been warned by several people to be careful. People die for covering cases out of St. Francis County. People die if they get too much information. I know. I've been told. So kudos to y'all for the brave for standing up for this. All right, let's continue. We're gonna actually not continue with that. We are going to switch back to the press conference. I just wanted to point those lies out, and we're going to keep that other one up. Where did it go? Did I close? Oh no, did I close the wrong one? No, we've got it. It's right here. Okay. All right. Let's continue with this.
But as a civilian, you're allowed to search for a child.
Yeah. You followed the four-wheeler.
If you knew Gage, then you knew he had a little brother. So
I
you
didn't know
knew
Gage
about
like that. I just knew of him.
Bynum knew who he was.
Did you know he was a child, Preston?
No, ma'am.
You assumed he was a grown man.
I didn't know how old he was.
You couldn't tell by looking at the four-wheeler after y'all chasing him for however long.
After we figured out after they told us who he was, we figured out he was a child. Yes, ma'am.
Why didn't y'all go look for this person after they jumped off the four-wheeler? Why just take the four-wheeler and go? When their parents arrived, where was the deputies then? Even though that y'all said that you were out searching for him, where was y'all at when their parents arrived?
If I'm not mistaken, when Mr. Gill and Miss Jennifer arrived, we were at the sheriff's department with the four-wheeler.
So you just left this child in the woods just because
No,
y'all
ma'am.
wanted the four-wheeler?
There was other deputies out there still.
No, there wasn't. When we showed up, it was just us. We was out there 2 hours by ourselves, hour and 49 minutes.
Well, I was told
And
Mr.
the next one
Bradshaw
that
and
showed up was Forest City Fire Department.
I was told Mr. Bradshaw and there was another deputy out there
Mr.
was
Bradshaw
still
was
with
not
her.
out there.
I went home the next day after they called the search off.
So at the time, the confiscation of the four-wheeler took precedent over the missing child or the missing person? It was more of a priority at that point?
Well,
I
they
can't
made it
answer
a
that.
statement
I don't
that
really
the
know.
four-wheeler was more important. That was it. That was
They got the four-wheeler.
that got the four-wheeler. That's what counts.
All that matters.
And if you guys remember, with the case, absolutely, they said we got the four-wheeler. That's all that matters. After the incident, and that is in this video description right here that I'm fixing to copy and paste for you guys if I forgot to. Once again, here we go. Right here, this one. It's right here in this video. There's the link to that, and you can watch all of the body cam footage. Me and Jennifer, Tripp's mom, sat down and did an interview, and we went through each individual bit of the body camera footage. I know, Connie, it is so wrong. It is so messed up. There's more. The sound quality is so bad from the original press conference that Cody held. And I apologize for not being able to get to the press conference today, you guys. I would have given anything to been there, but I'm going through so much. I just lost a sister and everything, and I'm just going through a lot. But I've made up my mind that I'm going to be there Saturday. There's going to be a protest, a peaceful protest Saturday, and I'm going to be there. I need a drink. Give me just 1 second, you guys. I'm going to let this play for a moment, and I'll be right back.
That's all that matters.
Did you or Trey ever go into the woods?
No, sir. Not until after everybody was there that next day, and we all got put in search parties. We never went into the woods until the next day after the state police and everybody arrived, and then we were put in search parties.
Where were you guys in that missing hour?
Sitting in the truck by the four-wheeler waiting for Mr. David Kennedy to get back. I don't recall.
If you never went in the woods, how do you know he's missing a boot?
Because the boot was found down in the gully, not in the fence, like you said in your statement to the state police.
How did you know he's missing a boot if y'all
That's what I was told, was the boot was right there by the fence.
Okay. What you was told.
So are you guys, I'm sorry, are you saying you never left that spot?
No, sir. We never left where the four-wheeler was.
I have
until
a
after the
question.
four-wheeler
Hold on a second.
was
Hold
loaded
on a
up.
second. Hold on a second. You guys, I highly encourage each and every one of you to go watch my initial interview with Jennifer and watch the body cam footage. Which is body cam. Listen, it's not just body cam footage. It is what was released by the St. Francis County Sheriff's Department. Multiple of us have sent in the FOIAs and gotten the footage. Okay, multiple, multiple, multiple reporters and journalists have gotten the footage. It was given to us by St. Francis County Sheriff's Department. Okay, just look, this is fixing to go so sideways so fast, and I don't know how to prepare you guys for it. Let I'm just gonna quit talking for a second and say, let the circus begin.
So you chased that child like that to get a four-wheeler? All you wanted was the four-wheeler?
That's a ridiculous statement.
That
No,
is ridiculous.
it's ridiculous
But
if
that's
you
what
say
they're
that.
saying.
Yeah. No,
Now, I spoke directly with
Ridiculous statement. Well, your officer is the one that said we got the four wheeler. I got the four wheeler. That's all that matters. He said that. He said that. So, yeah.
with Arkansas State Police. They said there was no law requiring deputies or anybody to pull over four-wheelers in the county. Is that true?
on county roads,
Right.
state highways is different. There is a law.
Yes, I
They're
understand
not
that.
allowed on state highways at any time.
But this was a chase on a county road.
He had been on the state highway.
He had been on the state highway
Yes.
to get to point A to point B.
At no time during the body cam chase did I see Tripp on a state highway. As a matter of fact, I've ridden the path. I've walked where the four wheeler came back down and rested. That's not a county highway. I mean, that's not a state highway. That is, in fact, a county road. And I've seen absolutely no evidence whatsoever to support that Tripp was riding his four wheeler on the state road. I'd almost wager my socks there is no evidence of it because all of the evidence will prove and show that Tripp was on a county road. And that's where he wrecked out, was on a county road. And that's where he was chased, was on a county road. So, yep.
So that was illegal enough to stop him.
No,
We
it's
didn't know
not. You
who
can
this
go from
kid
point A
was.
to
We
point
had
B on
no
a state
idea.
highway to get to a county road. That is the law.
And that's just deputy or the officer, the lieutenant I spoke to at Arkansas State Police said they run by Troop D all the time and they don't to
Well,
go to Highway 1 and they're not stopped.
you know what? This gentleman right here just said something
Yes,
a
sir.
moment ago, talking about he calls in all the time about four-wheelers
Mhm.
being on out of his area where he
Mhm.
lives. And they do. We
Yes.
know that. And when we get out there, we don't see them. We can only get them off the road when we see them.
We just want
Y'all,
to
y'all
slow
don't
down.
never show up.
Yes, we do. Now, you may not be at the door at the window, but we show up on call.
No, but I put a lawn chair out in my yard and wait for y'all to come by. All I want is, all I
You guys, is it just me or is he getting called out right now by members of the public? Holy moly. Wow.
want you to do is slow them down. I don't care if the kids riding
Well,
them
if
down
they're
the
out on the
road.
state highway.
Where
we'll
I
do- we'll
live,
do- we'll
it's
do more
dangerous.
than
There
that.
is a curve.
Are
And
y'all,
I just
are y'all
want them
through
to slow
asking?
down.
Yes,
And
thank
by the
you, Mr.
way,
Cox.
how old is that young man? Mr. Cox, how old is he?
22.
22.
He looks like.
Trey, I'm gonna ask Trey to stand up here and say a few words.
My name is Alvin Bynum. I was the deputy involved. I just want to say that I knew nothing about who the individual was on the four-wheeler until after the fact. Sergeant Bradshaw made the phone call to the parents. I also want to state that I had no wrongdoing whatsoever with this individual.
He wants to state that he had no wrongdoing with this individual because they investigated it themselves, you guys. Think about that.
I've done my job, and that was all. I was cleared by the Arkansas State Police. I was cleared by the Arkansas State Police Crime Lab and the St. Francis County Sheriff's Department and any other agency that was involved. I have received death threats and any other threat from family, friends, and everyone else for the last 2 years almost. And it is ridiculous.
So why do you want to come back?
Yes, that's what we want to know.
I was called back, to be honest with you.
I've got a question for you. The next morning, why was you rolling around in a fetal position in the grass?
Saying
I
why
was
me?
not.
Why me? Why me? Why me?
I was not.
Yes, you was.
That was saw by a deputy.
And it is running paper.
No, sir,
Yes,
it was
you
not.
was.
If you're-
Hold up, hold up, hold up.
You say,
Sorry, I had to compose myself. Did Gil just say, yeah, you did? It's on paper. A deputy saw you? Yo, Bynum. Bynum. I know it's true. I've seen it. A cop swore to that. An officer, a fellow officer said that. It's true. I've seen it myself. Wow. Why was he in the fetal position asking why him? I mean, if he didn't do anything wrong, right? That doesn't sound like someone who's innocent. That's a little weird, actually. Hmm. Creeper. Weird.
I don't think that it is right. I mean, for me to work in this county, seeing how none of us feel comfortable with you being here to protect and serve us because we do not feel like you are going to protect and serve us.
Because you're all led by a bunch of lies and misinformation. That's why you don't understand or feel that you're protected.
Officer Bynum, you have a pretty lengthy history with the Mark Tree PD and how
Okay.
you treated that rape victim.
There was a lie for one. For two, it was a write-up. Never reprimand, never termination, never.
I have seen nothing that says that that person that called and reported being SA'd lied. Nothing. According to who was it a lie, Bynum? You? What were you doing in another county after being told by a subordinate officer, Trey Bynum? What were you doing in another county? Even talking to a witness in a case. There's some state laws in Arkansas that suggest that might be witness tampering. Could be construed that way. What were you doing? Going to another county after you're off, after your superior told you, your superior officer told you that it was out of your jurisdiction not to involve yourself with it. Why did you still go do that? To a victim, someone who had just been sexually assaulted, told them to shut the hell up and stop effing lying, right? We've got the documents, we've shown them. You wonder why there's questions in the community.
Suspension, never nothing.
But do you feel like your actions in that case were?
He was never suspended, you guys. Never nothing. All they did was wrote it up. That's it. Right? That's it. So apparently it wasn't that important.
Didn't I just state that it was
Without
a lie?
integrity?
Where's the accountability?
What about your integrity? That's what we question. Do
My
you
integrity
really
is just
want to
like
put the
anyone
St.
else.
Francis County citizens at first and foremost, or is it the property you're after?
It's every citizen.
Every citizen. Okay. Because right now, every citizen, for the most part, have no confidence in you.
No.
We don't believe that you can protect and serve us properly without judgment.
That's perfectly
Based
fine.
on your past, 12 agencies in 10 years, you bounce around,
12
and we still can't figure out.
12 agencies in 10 years. Not to mention, he was fired from the Marion Police Department because he failed to include his employment history that had him telling an SA victim to shut the hell up and quit lying. A victim out of jurisdiction that wasn't even a case he should have been thinking about. That he shouldn't have even been thinking about. So he just lost his job in Marion County, right? And now he's coming back to Forest City where he's had death threats and he's obviously scared for his life. Okay. Make that make sense.
Out why you would even want to come back to St. Francis County. You left because you said you did not feel safe. What
No,
makes you feel
I
safe
left
now?
to try to better my family, which I was led and followed
Okay.
by the family and friends, stalked and harassed and threatened.
So why would you want to do this if you're being so threatened and all this going on? Why would you want to come back?
Because there's nothing else I know how to do.
You better learn something.
Because there's nothing else he knows how to do. That sounds like a him problem. That sounds like he needs to get a little more education. That seriously sounds like a him problem. Because you guys, this is a hey, C. Watson, it's good to see you. I'm glad you made it. Better late than never, right? Thank you for being here. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. But check this out. The community is like, why do you even want to come back here if you're getting all these death threats and stuff after this and people think you did wrong and, etc. And he's like, they're like, why do you even want to come back here and be a police officer? Because it's all I know how to do. Wait a minute. That's not a valid response because it's all you know how to do. Why can't you work at another police department? Why do you need to work for St. Francis County? Is it because St. Francis County is the only one that will hire you with your history with the citizens of their counties? Hmm. Hmm. Hey, Wilby. It is so good to see you. Would you like to come up? Since you've been with this case with me from the beginning, um, talking about it and stuff. Would you like to come up and talk about this? It's very interesting to say the least. But you're fixing to get mad, Wilby. You're fixing to be so mad. I know you are. I got so mad um at the end of this press conference, like oh Lord help me. It had me saying some choice words to say the least. But it is so good to see you. And I'm gonna grab this link real quick. Let me copy this link and I'll pop it up here really quick if you want to come up. Anybody else that would like to come up on panel, you're welcome to too. Um, but yeah, so we're almost through this. I'm going to go ahead and finish playing it. Wilby, you can hop up here at any time you want if you want to. You don't have to, but if you want to. All right. Okay, here we go.
Nobody else will have you, that's why.
I'm sorry?
When your body camera went off, did it go off because the battery was dead?
No, ma'am. It was turned off.
Deliberately you intentionally
Why
turned
did
it
it
off
turn
to
off?
save the battery?
Because nothing was going on at the time.
Why did the rest of the lights? But he was still missing. When it came back on, why did you have gloves on?
Because I was moving the four-wheeler.
After he'd already touched it.
Before the body cam came off, you both were touching it barehanded.
Because I was moving the four-wheeler and putting it on the trailer.
But you had
Well,
picked the
Sergeant
seat up from your front tire.
All over it. You and him both looking
The only thing that I moved was the seat on the
Looking for the
four-wheeler.
VIN number, y'all were both, you and him both were looking for the VIN number, touching the four-wheeler all over, looking for.
The only time that I moved anything on the four-wheeler was the seat itself before we moved it and put it on the trailer. No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's on your own body cam footage.
Okay, man.
Y'all, that is the body cam footage that we just showed, right? We were just showing a minute ago. Wilby, you were there whenever we went through the body cam footage together, right? The night that it happened. Okay, Wilby, I hope you're sitting down. Everyone, I hope you're sitting down for this one. What is about to be said is going to put you over the moon. Over the moon, you guys. Check this out, okay?
It shows it all. Your body
I'm
cam
telling
footage shows
you
all that.
what the actual body camera shows.
Have you watched it?
Yes, I have.
You must not have.
I watched it for the first time since it happened last month.
You didn't pay very close attention.
I watched the true body camera footage.
Oh, there's two.
Oh, there's
The
some more.
true,
Okay.
the true body camera
We
footage.
would
I
like
Say what? Say what? Body cam? What? Wait, what? There's fake body cam footage and then there's true body cam footage? What? What? How can this possibly be? Because this press conference at the beginning was for transparency. That's what Bobby May said. What the hell? Y'all forgive me. This one I just wow. Blew me out of the water. Totally floored me. I literally fell out of my seat whenever I heard this. I watched this live with the Random Patriot earlier off of his live stream. I couldn't be there. Y'all know I had a death in the family and stuff, so I've had some stuff going on, and I couldn't be there today. Which I'm going to be there this Saturday though. I am going. But I couldn't be there today, so I was watching it off of the Random Patriots feed. His reaction killed me, but you'll hear it a little bit in the background. Uh, Also, if you guys haven't heard of them, the Crime Junkie podcast, they're YouTubers. They're big YouTubers. They're not like me, like they have a real big following and stuff. Y'all know I just do this for a passion because I actually care about the people that I try to help in every way I can, and it's just in finding the truth. That's all it is. We're in search of the truth together. And I believe that every family member of a victim deserves that. So be sure if you haven't already and hit that like and subscribe, you guys. It really helps me because I'm not monetized. My monetization, I turned it off. Um, so YouTube doesn't push me out in the algorithm very much. Please hit the like and subscribe. It helps me so much to be able to continue to bring you guys this content. It lets me know that you guys care and you're interested, and it keeps me invested in doing it because that's why I do it, just because I care. Like, I'm not making any money off of this. I get no proceeds. I spend a lot of money actually doing this. And it's to help in every way I can. True crime has touched my life, and sadly, it has touched these family lives, and they need help. They need the attention because the attention is the only way to get any change. Like, if people aren't aware this is going on, they don't know that things need to change for it to be fixed. So that's what this is all about. So please hit that like and subscribe. Okay, now back to the story. Yes, they just did, Wilby. They just did, actually. Yep. Oh, oh. I hope Jennifer's watching right now and sees that because that's true. Tripp was actually a very fine young man. He was protective of his little sister. He looked just like his mama. Looked just like her. Oh my goodness, that was her little mini me. Um, but he was just a good old boy. He liked to go hunting and fishing and spend time with his family, you guys. That's who Tripp Brazeale was. He was a brother and a son and a kid, a student, just a teenage kid riding four-wheelers out on the county road. So, but yeah, mm, sad. All his life ahead of him, just stolen like that. All right, here we go. For nothing, for nothing. They didn't even get to keep the four-wheeler.
watch.
See
We'd like
the
to see that
real
second
body
with
cam footage
ourselves.
then.
Yeah, me
Yes,
too.
we
I
want
wanna
to see the real body cam footage.
I wonder if we had so many questions, there's two.
Before we moved it and put it on the trailer. No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's on your own body cam footage.
Okay, ma'am.
It shows it all. Your body
I'm
cam
telling
footage shows
you
all that.
what
Have
the
you watched
actual
it?
body camera shows.
Have you watched it?
Yes, I have.
You must not have.
I watched it for the first time since it happened last month.
You didn't pay very close attention.
I watched the true body camera footage.
Oh, there's two.
Oh, there's some
The
more.
true,
Okay.
the true body camera footage.
We would
I
like to
watched.
see
We'd like
the
to see that
real
second
body
with
cam footage
ourselves.
then.
Yeah, me
Yes,
too.
we
I
want
wanna
to see the
real
real
one.
body cam footage.
I wonder if we had so many questions, there's two.
Now, Dad Bernard, I have questions too. What does he mean, the real body cam footage? What does he mean? What does he mean? Seriously, is what they gave media and journalists who FOIA requested the body cam footage, is what they gave them fake body cam footage? What does he mean he's seen the true body cam footage? Has someone used AI to alter the body cam footage that they sent out in FOIA request? And why would they not send out the true body cam footage? What do they mean, true body? I want to see it. Why don't they show it, right? See, Watson, what's going on here? Now, this sheriff can sit there and call us all idiots and say we're not investigators. Uh, by the way, newsflash: Gil Brazil, Tripp's father, literally CID, literally investigator, literally. That was his job whenever he was a cop. He was an investigator. And his own father, who was an investigator, CID, Central Intelligence Division, Intelligence, tongue tied, Central Intelligence Division. Okay, absolutely an investigator. Is he an idiot? Bobby May? I don't think Gil is an idiot. Now, I've had quite some time to sit down and talk to Gil and Jennifer, and I've happened to know to got these people very, very well. And I'm willing to bet, I'd put money on it, he's less of an idiot than you are. I'm just saying. This press conference, especially what y'all are fixing to witness, Bobby May is an absolute clown. This was a political stunt, and it is disgusting. And y'all are gonna flip your lids when you watch the rest of it. Ooh, or at least I did. I know I did. I was madder than a hornet. Mm-mm-mm. So here we go. Oh, he absolutely did. He absolutely did see Watson slandered Gil Brazil, very much so. And he's fixing to take it even further and do it again. But see, I already know the truth about the four wheeler. And because guess what? They have had a deed, what's it called? A title? Yeah, that's what it is. A title to that four wheeler for at least 11 years. Something like, no, maybe not 11 years, but at least five. Something like that. I've seen, look, I've seen the old, I have them actually. You can see the titles to the four wheeler, all of them that it's been registered. Years and years and years titled, registered, the four wheeler. It's all on my Discord. Let me grab that link really quick for you guys, by the way. Discord link if you guys would like to join my Discord for true crime coverage. This is link to my Discord. Pop that in here for you guys. It is free to the public. And it's just true crime. That's all it is. Everything's true crime in my Discord. Alrighty. Anyways, so real footage. He's seen the real footage. What did they give us? Was that fake footage? Questions that need answered. Answers with questions.
Yeah.
Sitting there waiting on Sergeant Kenny.
So that's not a real body cam.
I've got one more question too. Why have you
I
got so
was
many
sitting back
aliases?
there to wait on Sergeant Kenny to bring the trailer back for the four-wheeler.
So you never let that scene.
No, sir, not until Sergeant Kenny brought the trailer back and then we took the four-wheeler.
But at that
to
time, you did,
the
were
sheriff's
aware
department.
that there was a 15-year-old missing.
That was after we left the sheriff's department.
That's in the hour of missing, right?
No, sir, there was never actually an hour missing.
49 minutes.
There was never 49 minutes missing.
Well,
Like I said,
The body
if you
cam's
watch the
timestamp.
true body camera footage, you will notice.
So that's a fake
Oh,
body
so
cam.
there's-
Where
is
it
it
was
at?
The one that you're seeing, yes.
It's fake.
The one that you're
So
seeing,
there's
yes.
just fake people of you and him
Wow.
in the video. It's all fake.
The one that you're seeing, yes.
Random patient.
Have you ever seen that four-wheeler before?
We've got the true body camera footage.
These are body cam footage right here. This is, I guess this is apparently the fake body cam footage.
Hey, why did the child come to my house terrified that
I'm the exact same way. I am over here like, so we all got the fake body cam footage. Like what's how what's I told you it would blow you guys away. Wilby, does that not blow you away? You know what, Wilby, there's a lot of people that think that. There's a lot of people that think that. Feel that way. Yep. Oh, it's fixing to get
we were
gross.
gonna kill him?
This is the fake body cam footage, not the real body cam
It's
footage.
fixing to get real gross.
Thank you all. Okay, the whole purpose of this was to show y'all, number one, that this young man was not chased after in the woods by Deputy Bynum.
He,
Not with the
Everybody
body
says
cam on,
that
he
is
wasn't.
No light, no siren, no nothing. I had watched that man chase him by my house. He had to come in.
all right. This is a neighbor of Tripp Brazeale, Jennifer Brazeale, and Gil Brazeale. This is a neighbor. Listen to what this man stands up and says to this sheriff. Y'all, I just don't think unless this man had the conviction in his heart to believe this was true, he would stand up to this sheriff and say this right here. I'm going to go back just a minute because this is so important. Pay attention to what he says. He straight up calls some stuff out. Listen to this.
Yes.
It's fake.
The one that you're
So
seeing,
there's
yes.
just fake people of you and him
Wow.
in the video. It's all fake.
The one that you're seeing, yes.
Random patient.
have you ever seen that four-wheeler before?
We've got the true body camera footage.
These are body cam footage right here. This is, I guess this is apparently the fake body cam footage.
Hey, why did the child come to my house terrified that you were gonna kill him?
This is the fake body cam footage, not the real body cam footage.
Thank you all. Okay, the whole purpose of this was to show y'all, number one, that this young man was not chased after in the woods by Deputy Bynum.
He,
Not with the body cam on, he wasn't.
No light, no siren, no nothing. I had watched that man chase him by my house. He had to come in my yard to get away from him.
Terrified. And when I told him, why are you terrified? He said, because this man told me he was gonna kill me.
Deputy Bynum, had you ever pursued?
Did y'all hear that? A civilian person just stood up in front of that sheriff and said, that is a lie. I watched Trey Bynum chase that boy up in my yard. No lights, no sirens. That boy came up in my yard because he was terrified, scared to death. I asked him what was wrong. He said he thought Bynum was going to kill him. But Bynum, did you see Bynum's face? Let me go back. Whoa. Watch Bynum's face the whole time. He looks at Preston. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. I smell lies.
The woods by Deputy Bynum.
Not with the body cam on, he wasn't.
No light, no siren, no nothing. I had watched that man chase him by my house. He had to come in my yard to get away from him.
Terrified. And when I told him, why are you terrified? He said, because this man told me he was gonna kill me.
Deputy Bynum, had you ever pursued Tripp Brazeale before that night?
You're a liar. You're a liar.
I don't think he can say it without blinking like that. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see him blinking when he? No, 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 sir. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I'm not. Dude, why are you blinking? Are you blinking, dude? That's weird.
No
Let's do that
siren,
again.
no nothing. I had watched that man chase him by my house. He had to come in my yard to get away from him.
Terrified. And when I told him, why are you terrified? He said, because this man told me he was gonna kill me.
Deputy Bynum, had you ever pursued Tripp Brazeale before
Watch his face.
that night?
You're a liar.
Close his eyes.
You're a liar. Yes, you,
You know,
are.
the problem,
Alvin,
the
Uh-huh.
problem
Merle
is,
or Trey, I don't know
the
which one it was, but yeah, you
I think
chased
you're
him.
lying,
the problem,
Officer Bynum.
ladies and gentlemen, is there has been so many lies told. Now,
Show
no,
the
no,
hell
no. I'm telling you about some people in this group.
I ain't lying. I sat there and watched him chase that boy by my house.
And who are you?
I'll
don't matter.
I'll give you my ID. I don't care. I'm George
Well,
Davis.
who are you?
George Davis. I live in Caldwell. I have watched him chase that boy by my house.
Where's your house?
In Caldwell. You know where it's at.
Because I had never touched that young man whatsoever.
You know where you've been. You know where you've been. I've watched you. The boy come to my house scared to death of you.
Well, I had never seen eyes whatsoever on that young man before that.
Sheriff,
Didn't know him?
All right, here we go. Here we go.
You didn't
Here we
know
go.
his parents?
All right, okay, okay.
I have
Listen,
one
I'm
more
going to
question for Sheriff.
finish my
Mr.
news
Bobby, I have
conference.
one last question before you end this, because I feel like that's what you're about to do. Do you understand why, how many people are in here that are against this? I'm not even gonna ask that, why we are all uncomfortable. Do you understand? Do you understand why
Well,
we
you
will
shouldn't
continue?
be
We will
uncomfortable.
continue, we won't stop until he does not work for our department anymore.
We don't
Well,
feel
I got
safe.
news
Do
for
you
you. He's going to
understand?
stay
Yes or
with
no?
the
It's a yes or
department
no
until he's
question.
ready to leave.
Do you
All right, now
understand?
wait a minute.
Political move.
I'm going to finish, and I'm going to
Since he called
complete
back.
what I came here to do.
I just have
And
one
I'm
more
going to
question, sir.
go from picking up the four-wheeler.
He's gonna complete what he came here to do, you guys. Right? Why don't they take a polygraph? Why didn't the Arkansas State Police do more than 20 minutes of interviews? That's that. How about that? How about that one? Why is it an independent forensic pathologist? Listen to what I'm saying to you. An independent forensic pathologist has said, by her, in her opinion, that his cause of death is undetermined if it was a suicide. How about any of these questions getting answered? Because I thought that's what this press conference was for, to actually answer some questions. Instead, everything they're saying can be debunked. You guys, this is a serious problem. Serious problem. Mm.
Nobody could check the van.
So
Until the
besides
next
the
day.
Tripp
Until
Brazeale
the
case, I
next
just have a
day.
question for
Okay, so in the reports, the reason for them chasing the four-wheeler was it was stolen, right? That's why they chased it. Bobby May just said there was no way of knowing. It's just like I said, that people have been attacking me for. There was no way of knowing the four-wheeler was stolen until the very next day. Why? Why? Because there's no license plates or anything on a four-wheeler. But here's the kicker. How and why are there titles to that four-wheeler going back years if that four-wheeler was stolen? We're fixing to hear a little bit on that.
for you. Why did you want to hire him back?
I'll get to that.
Concern with all your concern.
I'll get it. I'll get to all that. So the VIN was checked the next day. The four-wheeler was stolen out of Texas off a Honda dealership. And I know you went, that's part of the deal. You went and paid for it.
No, we didn't pay nothing
For the
it.
title?
Part of the deal was y'all didn't do y'all's job and the four-wheeler wasn't took out of ACIC.
Y'all didn't do your job and remove it from the list of stolen vehicles. That's exactly what Gil just said. And I believe that too, because I don't know any other way you could get a title on a stolen vehicle unless it had been cleared. The title had been cleared because it had had some kind of recovery of some kind. That's it. This is craziness, but we're coming to conclusion, you guys. Bobby May is fixing to do what he came here to do, and if you pay attention, this is fixing to turn into an utter, for lack of better words, shit show. That's exactly what it is.
Well, we do our job.
You don't know, you don't do
So
your job.
the only reason you weren't charged with possession of a stolen four-wheeler was because of the sympathy we had for losing your son.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what it was.
Mhm.
That's the only reason.
That's why it
And
was taken
That's
to the
reason
Honda
you never
shop?
called or
And that's the
contacted
reason
us.
the young man, one of the reasons the young man ran, he was on a stolen four-wheeler.
First of all, the four-wheeler was bought in good faith. Bobby
was
May,
stolen.
you can blow smoke off whoever tell you want to, but you ain't
The
gonna do it
four-wheeler
on mine.
was stolen.
It was not.
It was stolen.
It was recovered.
It was stolen. I'm telling you.
So ultimately,
This-
what
this
happened
is
to the
what we
four-wheeler
have to
after
deal
that?
with.
It's at my shop.
So it's back in your
Oh,
possession.
they
He
went to
didn't
the
know
Honda
the
shop
four-wheeler
and
was
then in
stolen.
our possession.
So
Yeah.
it was
And absolutely, that stolen four-wheeler is in the Brazil's possession at Gil's shop because they own it. Okay, they own it. Why? Why haven't they recovered the stolen four-wheeler if it was stolen? That was all literally just to paint the narrative that the four-wheeler was stolen because they had no reason to even chase Tripp Brazeale that night. None whatsoever. It was Trey Bynum, in my opinion, wanting to be some kind of super cop and chase somebody and pull his service weapon, mind you, on an unarmed 15-year-old child. It absolutely is, C. Watson. Sympathy is in the dictionary between shit and syphilis. That's true. That's true. Yep. This dude has no sympathy for this family, by the way. And he is so condescending and rude and hateful to these family members that have done nothing but ask for answers in their son's case. Bing bong. And if you look up Arkansas laws on actually pursuing a vehicle, they should have never been pursuing him. He was not a felon. He wasn't a known felon. I mean, he could have had 20 pounds of cocaine. That's Bobby May's reason for chasing him. He could have had 20 pounds of cocaine, y'all, on that four-wheeler. You know, that little, what, 119-pound kid? 119-pound. Could have had 20 pounds of cocaine on him. Riding four-wheelers with his friends. Because that's the typical thing to do, you know, just go riding four-wheelers with your friends whenever you're, you know, obviously transporting 20 pounds of cocaine. What? Do you see how ridiculous his reasoning is? Lord have mercy. It's scary. This dude is a sheriff, you guys. A sheriff, okay? A sheriff. Woo, what a joke.
not.
Okay, and if the four-wheeler was a stolen four-wheeler,
Then why didn't you arrest somebody? Not at the point they had it.
that man right there would have been arrested had it not been for
I
his
wish
son.
you
We,
would have.
he
I'd have
was in
owned you.
possession of a stolen four-wheeler. That's why the
So
kid
you
ran
do
it.
what you want to when it comes.
By the way, for those of you that don't know, Gil Brazeale is law enforcement. He's certified, actually honorably certified, honorably. All the training, all the extra training. He's worked in the Arkansas Drug Task Force, as a matter of fact. Highly decorated police officer, law enforcement agent. That's Gil. And he's absolutely worked CID. Yeah. So I think you would know. I think you would know.
To the law.
That's
what you're. That's what you're saying.
Well,
You're doing what
no,
you want to when it comes to the law.
No.
Oh.
If
Okay.
if it was corrected, which he corrected it. He knew that it was stolen. We didn't arrest him because of that, because of the loss of
Because
his
you
son.
didn't want to.
Is
You
that
you
why
did
he
it out of
chased him?
consideration.
The
is
reason
what
you didn't
did
arrest
to.
me because it was not turned into ACIC. The four were stolen brand new, two of them out of a dealership in Texas, and they was never turned into ACIC. And you know that as well as anybody, Bobby.
Here's my CID officers right here who ran it.
Tell it like it is.
The four-wheeler was entered as stolen from the state of Texas.
Sure
We
was.
have the entry report from ACIC.
There you go.
And you dropped it off at the Honda shop.
And another question, why was the four-wheeler loaded up on a trailer and the next wrecker on rotation didn't pick the property up?
Don't ask me a silly question like that. I don't know.
Were all the four-wheelers checked?
I mean,
Silly question.
now we're talking about rotations. I mean, this is so ridiculous.
Now, the night of the stop,
Yeah, it's
were the
ridiculous.
other
Let-
children's
let me-
four-wheelers
let me just go-
checked
let me
go on. I'm gonna
for
go ahead,
stolen?
ladies and gentlemen.
How
I'm
did
gonna go
you
ahead
know
and
that one
wind
was
this up.
stolen?
And this is the thing we have to deal with here. We're not dealing. The fact is, it's so absurd. It's so absurd that y'all started. You two started these lies.
Oh yeah.
Y'all did.
Lies? No, them two standing behind you is one that started the lies.
Y'all
You
started the
just-
lies.
So I have a question. Where are all these lies? Where are all these lies? Because so far, all I've heard are questions. He can't, can he? Like, this dude is a total putz. Like, I don't know, you guys, it's like watching Joe Biden in his last term in office. Right? I mean, seriously? Come on, y'all know what I'm talking about. Mm-mm-mm. Can't even keep it together. Yes, the FOIA absolutely proved this deputy is a liar. Unless it's like they said will be, and the body cam footage is fake. What we have that we FOIA requested to get is fake. Apparently, they gave out fake FOIA videos. From this incident with this police officer. Mhm. Yeah, that's fake. Remember, Bynum has seen the real body cam footage. We heard that. So, yeah. This is political. What Bobby May is doing right now is political because Gil is running against Bobby May for sheriff because more than just Tripp, but also Tripp deserves justice. And the families of St. Francis County are not safe as long as these corrupt mofos are in office. The people aren't safe. Gil wants a policy handbook in place. He wants the sheriff's department completely revamped, you guys, so that there is transparency and trust with the public, and the public has faith in their sheriff's department again. Because I don't know if y'all been listening to the people that are at this press conference, the citizens. This was a open to the public press conference. These are the citizens of St. Francis County addressing Bobby May, getting him so flustered and getting him to shut down and call people idiots and stuff like this. This man is supposed to be held to a higher standard. He's the sheriff. Okay. And what makes him think, as an elected official, he's any better of an investigator? Because if I'm not mistaken, Bobby May, didn't the county you worked for right before this, like a month after you left, get completely raided by the feds for being corrupt? Oops. Nobody's supposed to talk about that, are they, Bobby May?
Lies about, and let me tell you why you started the lies. Let me tell you why. Brazeale, you've got your eye on wanting to run for this office. I
So is
here's
that why
the
you
real
hired
reason
him
for the
back?
conference.
No, I'm gonna finish this. But another reason is you're getting money in. You're running a scam on this. You're a con artist.
If
And a
anybody
scam
wants
artist.
to see my bank statements, you are more than welcome to.
Well, you're running
Uh,
a scam.
I would
and I
like to
know it.
stop this right
Let me
here.
tell you something.
This
about it.
part, whenever he said that Gil and Jennifer were running a scam, let me explain something to y'all. Okay. This family has taken out loans to get a second autopsy report, search and answers. Does that sound like someone scamming the public? Someone that has had to spend massive amounts of money on FOIA requests and video requests, etc. And I know the cost of it because I have requested and gotten FOIA requests and videos, etc., etc. It's not cheap getting footage, especially. Okay. But they've paid for so much just trying to get answers, real answers in their son's case. Where's the scam? How are they scammers? And Bobby May, remember Troy Alexander Strope's family? Because I do. Very much so, I remember them. I will never forget Troy's beautiful blue eyes and the horrid death that woman came to. And you called her family a bunch of clout chasers. As a matter of fact, I got you talking down to people out of town because what? You were going to throw them in the jail and lock them up and lose the key? What? And then you tell Jarek Holder and them's family that if they want to, not listen to what y'all have to say, that y'all are just going to shut the case down. You'll close the case right now. You don't give a crap. You'll close the case today. You did, didn't you? But then what'd you do whenever people come asking questions about Troy Alexander Strope's death? Because why? The man that murdered her, his mama was the quorum judge. She got another son in Texas on death, sitting not on death row, but sitting his life out for murder, just like his brother. You didn't want all that coming out to the public. You're going to seal the case. Shame on you, Bobby May. And shame on you for treating this family this way. Shame on you, sir.
About this guy.
How many GoFundMe's do you have?
Don't have one open anymore because it helped pay for the
Well,
funeral.
let me tell you something about this guy. Now, y'all said y'all had another autopsy. Well, that's a lie. You didn't.
Oh, let me pull that out.
Yeah, why you let Murdoch run through town at 100 mile an hour and not write him a ticket? Good old boy system.
But it goes back to that, you do what you want
You
to
do
when it
what you
comes to
want
the
to do,
law.
and the judges are going to do whatever you want them to do, right?
No.
You own the city. You own this town. The absurdity of the whole situation is St. Francis County citizens feel that the rehiring of Bynum is absurd.
Well, you know what? It's not absurd.
I know.
He's a qualified police officer, a good guy. He deserves.
He's just a good guy that tells SA victims to shut the hell up and quit lying when it's not even his jurisdiction. That's how good of a cop he is. He will go out of his way into another jurisdiction to make a victim feel re-victimized. That's how good of a cop he is, allegedly, in my opinion. I mean, that it's not alleged that he did that. I have the write-ups for it. You can. Our last live stream showed him. Mm-mm-mm.
Deserves recognition for his work, for good work.
Well,
And
I don't
I'm
prefer
not
to
going to
be good
allow him to be persecuted. I'm not going to allow anybody who works for me to be persecuted. I'm not going to allow it. And I'm not allowing.
And that right there is how much Bobby May cares about the Constitution. He is not going to allow anyone that works for him as a public employee, government official, be scrutinized. Wait, what was the exact word he used? What was the exact word? What's the word? Persecuted.
He's a qualified police officer.
He's a
good
qualified
guy.
police officer.
He,
Good
and
guy. He
he
deserves
deserves recognition
deserves
for his work,
recognition
for
for
good
his
work.
work. Good
And
work.
I'm not going to allow him to be persecuted.
12 departments in 10 years. Good work. Right up after write up for insubordination. Good work. Getting fired from Marion County for what was that? Oh, yeah. Not turning over your work history, including where you went and told the SA victim to shut the hell up and quit lying. Witness intimidation in a county that you weren't even supposed to be in, that your boss had already told you not to go to. That is some grade A police work right there.
I'm not going to allow anybody who works for me to be persecuted. I'm not going to allow it. And I'm not allowing it. And so I hired him back because I know he's a good man. I know he was lied on. And I knew that this would create what we've got right here. And
what do we have?
I wanted that to happen.
The people of the community, their opinion doesn't matter, because you do have some good officers.
Yes,
But
yes.
Well, let me tell you something. This group is very small, but you're very vocal.
Most of us are at work, so they weren't able to attend today.
You're very small. I'm not talking about this group here. I'm talking about the group that's on Facebook and the internet. You're very small. You're very small. Not a big group. It's not the people of St. Francis County.
So do you feel like
The people of St. Francis County
was in the best interest of the citizens of St. Francis County?
He's going to work the interstate. If there's a call for it, but his assignment will be on the interstate, working the interstate. That's his assignment.
The interstate where people are going to be transporting 20 pounds of cocaine. That's where he wants buying them. Yeah, what's he going to do? See, Watson, right? What's he going to do for people exercising their freedom of speech exactly? Curious minds want to know. How are you going to retaliate against the public for exercising their constitutional rights to voice their grievances of the government, being you, Bobby May, and your deputies, which is their constitutional right? How are you going to exactly violate their constitutional rights to air their grievances? I'll be waiting on that answer. This dude, I'm telling you guys, no business being sheriff. He doesn't care about his community, what his community is trying to tell him, the concerns that his community is voicing to him. He is spitting in the face of parents who have lost their child, literally refusing to answer questions and just telling everybody they're wrong and this is ridiculous and throwing his hands in the air and walking away like a baby. The man is acting like a toddler. The man is acting like a toddler. Okay? Okay.
And he's well qualified for that. He's a good officer. And you know what? Police officers move around a lot. And the reason they do is for better pay so that they can help their families more. I am for that. And when Bynum came to me and told me he was going to Cross County getting more money, I congratulated him. I thought that's a good idea. Go make more money. And then he left there and went to Marion and then got run off over there because of folks like you. So,
Do you
but
feel like
let me tell
hiring
you
him
something.
back was in the best
Here's
interest?
Now wait a minute. Why did he leave Cross County and go to Marion? I'm a little confused here. Right, Wilby? Election day. Why did he left to go to Cross County for better pay within the past year, but then he goes to, was he getting better pay at Marion? Did he just leave Cross County or was it because of that write up? You know, the other one, the other write up. Very good question. Very good question.
It's news for you.
Civilians of St.
You're
Francis
not running
County?
him off from here.
Is
That's
it in
not
the best
happening.
interest of the people of St.
That
Francis?
You're not running him off from here. That ain't happening. Mm-mm-mm. Don't care what the people in his community think. This is your sheriff, Bobby May, St. Francis County.
That's not happening. He's a
It
good
doesn't
man.
matter.
He's a good man, and you know what?
It doesn't
You're
matter.
prejudiced. You're prejudiced in your thinking.
Me?
Yes.
No, I'm
you
just
are.
asking a legit question.
No,
Do you
no,
feel that
you're
this is in
you're
the best
prejudiced.
interest of
You're
St. Francis
you're
County?
prejudiced, and you got in with this group believing that Bynum hung a kid.
The proof's in
You
the
know,
pudding.
you're in that
I have never
that group.
said that he had. I
And,
said
and
his
it
actions that
just
night
got
Wait a
proven a
minute.
little bit
resulted in
ago
the death
that
of the
he
Who said that? Who said that during this whole press conference? Look at Bynum look down. Look at that. Right after he said, oh my goodness, you guys look at that picture. Holy moly. He just got done saying Bynum hanging a kid. And Bynum and Preston Cox both looking at the floor. The floor. Wow. Okay, I'm not saying anybody's guilty, but these two really look guilty. I cannot believe I hadn't noticed that before until just now. Look at their faces. Both of them are staring at the ground right after. Hold on. I gotta go back just a few seconds. Holy moly, I just seen that for the first time. Okay. Watch this.
prejudice,
Whoa.
and you got in with this group believing that Bynum hung a kid.
The proof's in
You
the
know,
pudding.
you're in that
I have never
that group.
said that he had. I said
And
his
it
actions that
just
night
got proven a
ultimately
little bit
resulted
ago
in the death
that
of his
he
child.
didn't even go into the woods.
He should have stopped and called his.
Bynum took longer. Bynum took longer than Preston to drop his head. Did you see that? Whoo! Preston dropped his head immediately. Hold on. One more.
Believing that Bynum hung a kid.
The proof's in
You
the
know,
pudding.
you're in
I have never
that group.
said that he had. I
And
said
it
his actions
just
that
got
night
proven a
ultimately
little bit
resulted
ago
in the death
that
of his
he
child.
didn't even go into the woods.
He should have stopped and called his parents instead of chasing him at 70 to 80 miles an hour.
Well, if the kid had stopped, he probably would have called his parents.
I think he did stop. He saw Bynum and he ran because he had already been chased by him
Yep.
before. But I do not feel like this decision is in the best interest for the St. Francis County citizens.
Well, I believe it's fine. I believe it's good.
But you're our sheriff, and we count on you to
Yeah,
make these
and you
decisions
do, and
for
and
us.
and yeah,
And this is why
and
we're
I
voicing
believe
our
it's
opinion.
a good
We
thing.
don't feel like this is safe.
Well, you
We
know,
don't feel safe with him.
you're a very, very small minority. I promise you.
Okay.
Okay, I have a question. So
and-
if he stops me on the road, can I call 911 and get another officer to come and assist whatever he said I did?
You have every right to call 911.
Thank you.
Now,
So if he stops us on the road, we're not.
he starts tomorrow. This will be his first day. Now, let me go a little bit further, and then I'll be through. This man right here is known. You're known, Brazeale. You have a reputation of being a pathological liar. Did you know that?
You know, I was told the same thing about you.
Well, you know, you have that reputation, and you know you don't pay your debts. You won't pay for your mother's funeral. You're getting sued for that.
This right here, you guys.
Wow.
That's none of your business.
What I'm getting at is his credibility. His credibility.
Because we still owe money on his mom's funeral.
I'm sorry, what?
We've been paying on funeral.
Wow.
What he
Because
just
that
said,
happened
What
in
I'm saying
the
is,
sheriff.
I'm talking
I can't believe this is the most
I'm
unprofessional
talking
thing I've
about
ever
his
heard.
credibility.
Your credibility's
No,
dog shit.
wait a minute. And he's manufacturing fully automatic weapons. Listen to me. He's manufacturing fully automatic weapons.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't,
What does his hobbies have to do with anything that's happening in?
he's selling
Any
these
weapon
weapons
that I
to the public.
manufacture is 100% legal.
He is selling these.
Legal.
If not, I believe he would be in jail.
Bobby May, you've got to be the most ignorant person ever. Do you know that Gil literally spent the better part of his career working with the federal government and the for the Arkansas uh, police force as essentially an Arkansas ATF and CID, and worked with the Arkansas First Task Force that literally their job was removing dangerous drugs and weapons from the streets? Don't you think he knows what he can and cannot legally sell to the public? As someone who is very up to date on all of their certifications, and I know this because all of Gil's certifications, I have them. Uh, I'll be posting them just so everyone can see how certified Gil is. Jennifer has bestowed upon me Gil's certifications as a police officer, all of them. It's a matter of public information, and they will be posted in the Discord link under Tripp Brazeale case in on the left hand side. He's got his own room, and I will be posting all of that. Yes, yes. See what? And if he was selling anything illegal, the ATF would be on him. Um, but I'm gonna tell you a little secret. That's like literally what Gil did, was worked with the ATF and with the feds even to remove weapons off the streets that weren't illegal. That is, you guys, this is the part that blows me away. Like, this is what Gil did. And like it's crazy. It's crazy. Um, you'd think if anyone knew the laws, it would be the person that was certified with the weapons, right? Certified. I'm sorry. It's laughable. Um, but this is a political stunt on Bobby May's part, and the way he is attacking this family, disgraceful to say the very least. And anyone who cares about their family members and transparency and having a sheriff that cares, I wouldn't assume would be ready to reelect this man. Not to mention, but I think he's one step away. My mom has dementia, and I think this man is one step away from you know, not carrying the full brick load any longer. Getting a little tired, tired to carry all them bricks. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying. All right, let's finish watching it. We're almost done.
Wouldn't he if he was illegal?
Yeah, we had to fill paperwork out with ATF.
They didn't allow you to sell weapons, fully automatic weapons with silencers to the public.
No, sir,
Nobody has
you're
some?
wrong.
No, I'm right.
Learn your laws. You're supposed to be the sheriff.
So you think you can sell fully automatic weapons with silencers
Absolutely.
to the public?
I hadn't sold any to the public.
Well, you're advertising that on the Facebook.
I'll put an FTR trigger. FTR trigger is legal in all 49 states, Mr. May. Do your research.
Well, there's 50 states.
48 they're legal in.
Huh?
Yeah, there's no way to win this argument.
No, you can't fix
If he
stupid.
was doing anything illegal, he would have been arrested.
Yeah, because the ATF has already
State
been in
police.
our front
Yeah.
door.
Yeah, state police.
Because we filled the paperwork out.
Why does your deputy matter more to you than everyone else in town?
because I care for everyone else in the county.
If you care for everybody in the, every woman and child that is being on the road is absolutely terrified to the point of we already have a game plan. If a St. Francis County cop pulls up behind us, we are not stopping. Nope. I do not feel safe. I will be on the phone with 911. I would want my city there because I believe in them more than I do the county now.
And your campaign says you want to put St. Francis County first. I know he's not
I've
listening.
told my granddaughter not to stop if an officer gets behind her.
Okay, well, you're
Put her
telling the wrong.
flashers
Well,
on.
ladies and gentlemen, thank you all. Thank you all for being here.
Thank
And,
you.
And my main thing was to make sure that,
He is going to stand behind him.
it was made clear that
More respect for one deputy than he does the entire thing.
my deputy did not chase anybody in the
We
woods.
expected it from him.
He's an habitual liar.
We expected it.
You guys, his deputy did not chase anybody into the woods. So, this that I'm about to show you guys, all of it, completely, is absolutely 100 fake footage that we obtained through FOIA request from the St. Francis County Sheriff's Department. Okay? I just want you guys to know that. All right. This is fake footage from the St. Francis County Sheriff's Department.
I never got the performance key back. I had to have it rekeyed because they lost it.
That's true.
My potato.
Running off into the woods. Right there.
It's amazing how stuff goes missing in Arkansas, especially whenever cops handle it.
And the VIN number, if you put the performance key in and turn it on, the VIN number is in the screen.
Yep.
Oh no, that's Preston Cox that never got out of the car, y'all. That's all right.
Okay. I didn't get him lost.
I'll make sure I didn't tear nothing up. Yeah, it's in the truck. It's in the truck. On that holder by the radio mic. Phone box and fence post.
Okay, I gotta say something.
Yep.
My sister has wrecked a four-wheeler. She had to have reconstructive surgery on her face from wrecking the four-wheeler. My sister hit a skinny, puny tree in a four-wheeler. And that tree did more damage. I'm talking about like a 6-inch sapling, okay? 6 inches wide, right? That tree did more damage to my sister than my sister did to that tree. That tree is still there.
Yeah.
And it's much bigger now. But she barely even scraped the bark. So this telephone box and this cable box, there's no way.
And there was T-phone posts or T-post.
No normal car, I would think, would ever connect those two things. I would believe. I don't see how you possibly.
Sorry, I'm just fast forwarding it a little bit to the part where,
As you say that he never went.
Find that kid and let's make sure he's okay, and we'll deal with whatever we have
exactly.
to deal with.
And he never does it.
You think so? All right, let's continue.
Yep. Just step rails that I can tell besides that little plastic part that come off the bottom of my truck. Huh?
Okay. That was all of that one. So we're gonna go to the next one.
Huh? Yeah, I'm on camera.
Hey, Regina, pause that for a second.
Yeah.
Okay. My question too is, why did the civilian ask, "Are you on camera?" Pay attention to his body language.
That civilian, though, could not have been on camera saying that outside of his vehicle, remember? Because he said he couldn't have done nothing without getting Biden in trouble because he wasn't allowed to get out the vehicle. Remember? What? Yeah, here he is outside the vehicle touching a four-wheeler. No gloves on, no nothing. But pay attention. This is from the interview, you guys. Y'all should go listen to this. It's the full interview. I'll post a link to it now. I did with Jennifer Brazeale 11 months ago. Wait a minute, that's the StreamYard link. What am I doing? Let me grab this. Wait a minute. What is even going on here? Hold on a second. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. Okay, hold on. I'm so sorry, you guys. Technical difficulty. Already posted it. Give me one moment. I got the wrong one open. I can't do it from the StreamYard link. Give me just a second. I'm going to grab it real quick. And that is going to be right here. And that's Wilby. Oh, 1 second. And that is Wilby up on the panel with me. Shout out to Wilby, you guys. Very good person, a dear friend of mine. I highly cherish. Speaking of which, Wilby made me some artwork I'm going to be posting later, and some artwork that a few of you fans have sent me, and it's so amazing. But I like the look of what Wilby did, and I'm thinking about making it one of my my overlays, like fading it and making it one of my overlays. When y'all see it, let me know what you think. Let's see here, let me grab this link. There we go. Finally, I got it. Alrighty, had to open it up and run a little slow with all this going on. There we go. That link is the link to the full interview with Tripp Brazeale's mom, Jennifer. Beautiful woman. I mean that. She's beautiful inside and out. She's both gorgeous and has a heart of gold. And I'm telling you right now, I hope that I'm half of the fighting mama for my children that she is for Tripp. And I mean that. But this is the full body cam. If you guys would like to see it. We're fixing to get to something crucial that was said, because you remember how Bobby May during that press conference was like, "What do you mean? Only thing that mattered was getting the vehicle. That for you to say that, that's ridiculous. Why would you even?" Okay, well, this is why it was said.
In his face, because he whispers something, and I cannot determine what he is whispering. To me, it looks like you effed him up.
Okay, we'll pay attention.
I'm on camera. Yeah, this step road.
Pretty messed up. Got to fight. That's all that matters.
And there you go. That's why she said that during the press conference, even though Bobby May acted like it was the most ridiculous thing ever said, because Bynum said it. Got the bike, that's all that matters. Now, why would getting the bike be all that matters if he didn't even know it was stolen at that time? Which it wasn't stolen. It had been previously reported stolen, but it wasn't stolen anymore, and it was bought on good faith. It was recovered after a theft. Yada 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 yada, etc. etc. I am actually in touch with the family, C. Watson. I talk to Jennifer all the time. We're having a protest slash rally Saturday in St. Francis County. I'll be live streaming that for you guys. Yeah. Jennifer and Gil are good people. And you'd think with Gil and 20 years of service to the force, um, being an investigator and working with the Arkansas um, First Division Task Force, that they would show Gil some respect and a little bit of compassion and concern, considering it was his son that died. And also, if that was a stolen four wheeler, why haven't they gone and gotten it from the shop? Because I've seen the four wheeler. And if it's stolen, it's been over a year. These cops are even worse off doing their jobs than we were, originally and initially thought. So, I'm just saying. Let me close this one out since we're done with the presser. But yeah, they didn't chase Tripp into the woods that night, y'all. These are our line eyes. This is fake footage, remember? Got the bike, all that matters.
That's
Got
right.
all that matters.
That's all he cared about.
He was out hunting for his own private four wheeler.
That's what we were told. That's what we have
I
been
mean,
told, Wilby.
Like everybody's got a Can-Am, I'm gonna go out and get me one way or the other.
Because I have a statement from a jailer that is exactly what he said, that four-wheeler was going home with him.
Because he's concerned about that damage, not because of what happened. But I mean, I'm listening to this. I'm thinking, does this guy really think he's just going to load up his four wheeler and take it home and write a few reports and let it
That
slide
was his
out of the back part of
intention.
the apartment into his driveway and garage?
Mhm.
I mean, it sounds like it.
That's the statement he made to a jailer.
My goodness.
Great.
Pretty messed up. Got to fight. That's all that matters. Tore up his FMF pipe.
Tore up his FMF pipe. I wonder how that happened.
I bet he had two. No, he only had that one. Did he? Yeah. Okay. Put
Now that's after the body cam comes back on after being off for 54 minutes.
What reason? I mean, they just turned the body cam off for 50.
All right, guys. I'm going to stop that one right there. Y'all go watch the full one. I've posted the link to it. But check this out. There's something else I want y'all to see really quick. Because I have struggled. Sometimes it feels like an uphill battle. Nobody pays attention. Nobody cares, right? Sometimes I feel that way, like I'm talking to the thin air, and I can only imagine how Jennifer feels, feeling like she's talking to the thin air and nobody is there. I'm a mama too. But you don't have to be a mama to care about these children, okay? And it is so hard not to care whenever you do see a 15-year-old boy. There's no reason for this. There was no reason for them to chase him. And if you go watch the chase footage, you'll also notice that he wasn't on the highway whenever he was being chased. He was on a county road. Also, you're going to see in the footage that Preston said Tripp ran out of his shoes. He ran out of his boots, lost him over the fence. So go watch that full uh, video. Here's the link to it, I do believe. Unless this is the link I'm fixing to show y'all. No, that's my link. Okay. So check it out. Sometimes it feels like I'm battling uphill. Okay. Sometimes it feels like I'm battling uphill and nobody hears. But whenever I see stuff like this, I'm fixing to show y'all something amazing. And I'm so proud of Jennifer. She is such a good mama and she's fought so hard for Tripp, okay? So seeing this right here, like, made my day, and I want you guys to go watch it. I'm gonna share just a little bit of the very beginning, and I'm gonna post the link in here, and I'm gonna put it in the description for you guys to go watch, and I'm gonna post it in the chat. But go watch this video. It is so good. They did it so good. But Crime Junkie, I don't know if y'all have ever heard of them. Crime Junkie podcast covered Tripp's case. Okay. And it blew me away. It's so good. So let me see if I can find the preview for it and just play the preview because I want y'all to go watch the video. Which they told me I could share it, but I want to give them because it's so good. She did so good. And it's got a lot of the same stuff in it that I've covered, some new stuff in it. Um let's see here. Is it in their shorts? Go to their channel. I think they have it in a short. I don't want to uh is this it? Okay. So I'm gonna show you guys the short, one of her shorts. It's a preview. It's a short. Really quick. It's only 58 seconds, and I'm gonna post the link to the full video in my stream. Go check them out. It's Crime Junkie, and it's amazing. It's amazing. Thank you, C. Watson. Thank you. All right. Because all of these things that she's fixing to say are highlighted in the main video, and it's amazing.
The official search for Tripp Brazeale has 3 details that make absolutely no sense to me. First weird thing, the placement of Tripp's belongings. One boot is found near where he ran into the woods. The second boot is found way further away on the opposite side of the road. And then his hoodie and his charger are found even further south. And eventually, his body is discovered also way south of that road. This path would mean that Tripp had to cross a road without anyone seeing him. And supposedly deputies are out there looking for him. The second weird thing is that Tripp's dad said that he searched the exact area where Tripp's hoodie was later found multiple times, and he never saw anything there. Third weird thing, a woman helping search says that deputies warned her husband not to go near the area of Crow Creek because it had already been searched. Except that's exactly where Tripp's body was eventually found. And according to Tripp's family, that area wasn't even supposed to be inside the search grid yet. What stands out to you the most in this search? The official search. What deputies didn't know is that about 40 minutes after Tripp jumped off his ATV and ran into the woods, while they had deputies out actively looking for him, he called his mom. That call woke Jennifer and Gil up, but they were glad that it did because their son was asking for help. Tripp told them that the police got his four-wheeler and asked if they could come pick him up. And the way he said it didn't make it seem like police were chasing him or anything. Maybe he downplayed it the way that like teenagers do, but all Jennifer was hearing was that he was stranded and needed a ride. So she was in the process of telling him that they would get dressed, they would head over, and that's when Gil's phone started ringing. And on the other end of his line was a deputy that he knew named Jason Bradshaw. And Bradshaw was asking if Tripp was home. Said that he and some other guys from the department were out there looking for him. And I think maybe this is when like the pieces started to click into place more. So Gil took Jennifer's phone and told Tripp, listen, Bradshaw is out there. If you want to just go turn yourself in, go ahead. So that was the plan. Wherever Tripp was in the woods, he said that he could see the blue lights from the deputies' vehicles. He said that he was going to start walking up the hill to turn himself in. And his parents could see his location from the Find My app, and they said that they were going to meet him there. And they actually wanted him to stay on the phone with them, but Tripp said that his phone was almost out of battery, and so they hung up. What deputies didn't
So it's obviously going to give you this warning every time, you guys, and you're going to have to say that you want to proceed. But this is the actual link to the Crime Junkie video. It is very good, you guys. It's a very good video. Go check it out. Um, they even point out some things that I didn't think of. You know, with the hours I've spent with Jennifer going over Tripp's case, everyone, that's the thing, you guys. It's not just me. Everyone, I mean, the Random Patriot is now covering. Oh, by the way, let me give y'all his link too. Um, I'll give you guys his Facebook link and his YouTube link. Let me grab that real quick. And I posted Crime Junkies link. Um, here's the Random Patriots page. Let me grab this link. Let me share him with you guys. Here we go. Here is the Random Patriots profile on Facebook. And it's so amazing that they're covering this case now too. The Random Patriot is very good. He's an auditor. I put him right up there along lines of credibility with Audit the Audit, Lackluster, Long Island Audit, you know, those type of auditors. So here is his Facebook. Go check that out. And he also uh, did the press conference today. And if you watch his live stream on it, you can hear the questions that he asked as well, which was rather interesting. And I think he did a really good job. And then here is his YouTube. Let me pull that up real quick. And it is the Random Patriot. Do me a favor, if you go in there and sub up to him, tell him I sent you. And this is his link. He is covering, this is his YouTube. He is going to be covering the Tripp Brazeale case too. He was at the press conference today, and I'm very excited to see what he's going to put out. So here is that one as well. And go give them a shout out from me. Tell them I sent you, and let Gil and Jennifer know that you support them. Yes, thank you, Wilby. And let these creators know that I sent you, because without these creators and these people that are willing to take the time to look into these and into these cases and ask the questions that apparently the sheriff doesn't want people asking, or Trey Bynum or Preston don't want people asking. Matter of fact, I mean, they're going to do everything in their power, to keep that police officer from being persecuted whenever that's people asking him questions. I've seen no proof that he has been targeted. I'm not going to say it didn't happen because I don't know. I haven't seen any proof that he's been threatened. Um, so yeah, it breaks my heart too, Wilby. They deserve so much better than this. Jennifer and Gil are such good people, and they just want a better community and transparency, and they want real policies in place that are made to benefit the citizens of St. Francis County. Gil Brazil for sheriff all the way from me. That's all day long. That's all day long. So, you guys, I want to say thank you for being here. Like I said, go check out the Random Patriot. Go check out Crime Junkie Podcast. The Facebook link for the Random Patriot is here, and uh, as y'all can see here, let me share my thing really quick. Uh, he covered it today too. Matter of fact, I'm gonna I'm gonna share with y'all. Let me see if I can get to it and find it. Uh, he asked some very good questions.
Is that true?
On county roads.
Hold on a second, let me find it.
With the Mark Tree PD and how you treated that
Here we go.
rape victim?
It was a law for one. For two, it was a write-up. Never reprimand, never termination, never suspension, never nothing.
But do you feel like your actions in that case were
Didn't I just state that it was a lie,
without
ma'am?
integrity? What about your integrity? That's what we question.
My
Do you
integrity
really
is
want
just
to
like
put the
anyone
St.
else.
Francis County citizens at first and foremost, or is it the property you're after?
It's every citizen.
Every citizen. Right now, every citizen, for the most part, have no confidence in you. We don't believe that you can protect and service properly without judgment.
That's perfectly
Based
fine.
on your past, 12 agencies in 10 years, you bounce around.
Anyways, you guys, I'm not going to keep you here all night, but go check out the Random Patriot, Crime Junkie Podcast. Remember to follow us on the Twitter, the X, whatever they call it now, at Smack Regina, and to follow us on Facebook. You can find me through the Random Patriots page too, because I follow him as well. You guys, remember to be kind to one another. Share a smile and save a life. Kindness is free and hate costs us so much. Plus, you never know. The life you save might even just be your own. Thank you for joining us. It has been a pleasure to have you all here tonight, even though it is under the saddest of circumstances because no parent should have to go through what Jennifer and Gil are going through. So I appreciate you guys' support. Remember to share out this video. Word of mouth is how these stories get out. It's how we create change in the community. So please like, subscribe, and share and feed that algorithm. I thank you guys for being here. You guys, don't pet the sweaty stuff. Don't sweat the petty stuff. Remember to lock your windows and doors. It is a crazy world out here, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace, you guys, and blessings. Good night.